Okay, next we're going to focus on how to evaluate a function. So when you evaluate a function, you either substitute, or you might say input a value for x and then simplify the expression to find the value of y at that point. So for example, example J, given f of x equals 2x plus 3, find f of 4. Now this find f of 4, here's what it means. If I ask you to find f of 4, I want you to substitute 4 for x and simplify. So in this case, my function rule is going to be 2x plus 3. That's what this function does. It takes whatever you put into x, which is here, and you can multiply it by 2 and then add 3 to it. What this is saying is that we're going to input 4 for x. So this is saying if x equals 4, then what comes out of my function? So all I do is this. I write the function as 2x plus 3, and I'm going to input in place of x, I'm going to input this 4. Remember, this f is just the name of the function. It has nothing to do with your work. So don't use this in your work. It's just a name. So just drop a 4 in place of x. Once you input that 4 in this case, then you just work it out. So this is not too terrible. So 2 times 4 is 8. Then plus 3 is 11. So to write this formally, I can say f of 4 equals 11. Now that might look scary, but all this means is when x is 4, y is 11, or your output is 11. Now to put this into perspective with the table, in the table, if x is 4, it's your fourth term, then f of x is 11. So I can make this work in the table. Now once we have that, we can fill this table in a couple of different ways. But again, just to be clear, the f of 4 represents this point. Okay, make that connection with the notation. Now to finish, I can find the starting value here, the starting value which is going to be at 0, which is where our stories start. So I can find that up here in my actual function because it's linear, and that my constant is my starting value. So if I'm starting here, guys, sorry for a lot of color, but hopefully you can follow me in steps. I erase the plus sign. So if I'm starting at plus 3, I know that's going to be my starting value, which is going to be my 0th term. So I can put this 3 where the 0 is at. And then I know my pattern is going to be this coefficient, this 2. Remember slope from last year? So it's a plus 2, so I'm going to just add 2 every time. So plus 2, and I can just keep adding 2 all the way across. So starting at my starting value of 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And notice how, just to check my answer, 9 plus 2 is 11. So I can check that my work here in the beginning is correct. Okay, with that, we'll try example K back in class.